Hi there, welcome to iMineBlocks. I'm Lee, welcome back to another video. So in this one I was going to show you how I was able to mine Ethereum at 2.2 gigahashes. So for those that are not so good at maths, that is 2,210 mega hashes. And I was able to do that without actually using any of my own mining hardware. So this is not like a trick or a scam or anything like that. I just want to show you exactly how I did it in this video, and I'm going to break down the whole sort of process step by step as we sort of go through. So if you'd like to be mining Ethereum and have those crazy higher hash rates, in this video you can learn exactly how to do that. So we're going to jump over to the actual computer now. I'll just do some screen capture and I'll sort of talk you through exactly how to set up the whole process. Okay, so I'm just going to be doing some screen sharing on the computer next to me. At the moment you can actually see there is a screen capture. So this was what I done, I think it was around about 2 days ago, and what I did was just actually whilst the actual whole sort of system was mining on the pool, I'm using the Ethermine.org pool by the way. What I did was I just captured a screen capture just part way through that process, just to sort of demonstrate and share these results with you guys. So if you wish, you can verify this. If you actually use that address, I'll put a link in the description as well, and then take that address and paste it into the ethermine.org. You'll be able to see these results that I was able to achieve. So the results that I was able to achieve are really quite dramatic, and so in this video I'm going to be explaining exactly how you can get these sort of same results should you wish. So basically it started off, it kind of ramped up from 0, then went up to around about 600 mega hashes per second. Then from there it went up over 1,000 and then kind of hit a peak at 2,210 mega hashes per second. So if you've been watching any of my previous videos, you know that I've got some mining hardware, and before this video I was getting about 150 mega hashes, and that was actually over a couple of different mining rigs. So to achieve 2,210 mega hashes, you need quite a serious bit of hardware. Just to do some quick calculations, so on my RX 470s I get 28 mega hashes per second. So if we took 2,210 or 2,210 mega hashes and we divided that by 28, we would need 78.9 RX 470s. So quite a significant investment you would need to get started. Anyway, so I've showed you the screen capture, I showed the results. Now I'm going to explain exactly how I achieve these results. So let's go and do that. I'll take you through the next part. Okay, so I'm just on my web browser, and the site that you want to go to, and I'll explain the whole process as we go through this, is called NiceHash. Now, NiceHash, a lot of people kind of get confused. A lot of people think it's a mining pool, but really it's kind of a mining or a hashing marketplace. So the way it works is that you can sell hash to the network, or you can buy hashes from the network. So in this case, what I was actually able to do with the mining performance that I got, previously I've sort of sold hashes to the NiceHash and received payments in Bitcoin. But in this case, what I actually did was I actually purchased hashing power from the NiceHash network. So the NiceHash, it can be considered a little bit like a cloud mining sort of service provider. But with NiceHash, you buy exactly how much hashing power you want, and also the duration of that hashing power. So in comparison to some companies like Genesis Mining, where you buy, say, 5, 10 or 100 hashes per second, and that is then sort of spread out over like a 1-year contract. So basically you're kind of front loading that whole purchasing sort of program. But with NiceHash, the advantage is that you basically buy what you want, exactly how much you want, and for the duration that you want as well. So you're not kind of tied into very long-term contracts. You can literally buy it in very small amounts, and you can buy exactly what you want. So it's really good in terms of that. So what I'm going to show you now is how to set up an actual NiceHash purchasing contract or purchase order for hashes for any algorithm that you want. I'll be showing you how to do it for Ethereum, because that's the kind of the coin that I've got most experience with, and it's also the one that I used previously for this demonstration. So I'm going to get into that now and take you through the actual process. Okay, so you start off on the actual NiceHash website. Then we want to log in. If you haven't done so already, just create an account. You only need like a username, email address, and then you can sign in. So I'm just going to log in there. I will also tell you as well, just in case you if this is something that you want to do, watch this video first and decide whether it's appropriate for you. And then before you actually create an order, what you want to do is go to your wallet and deposit some funds into your account. And the reason why I tell you this now is because at the end of the order, it will just try to take the funds from your wallet. So what that will mean is that you set up your order, you go to make payment, you don't have payment in your any funds in your account, so then you have to then fund your account and then basically redo the order. So it just will save you an extra step. So if this is something that you want to do, deposit funds into your account first. Okay, so let's continue on. Okay, so from the actual home page, you've got buy hashing power. That basically gives you some more detailed information of exactly what you can sort of buy. I'll just show you that. So we've got all the different coins and algorithms that you can use to mine. So each coin has its own algorithm. For Ethereum, it uses Dagger Hashimoto, but using this NiceHash system, you can mine Ethereum Classic, Bitcoin Dash, Script, Litecoin. You can mine Monero, which is Kryptonite, HODL. You can mine just about sort of everything. It really does cover quite a broad range of different algorithms. So you can use it to mine all different kinds of coins. If you go back to the actual home page, and then if you click on the actual hash power marketplace, you can see here you've got orders and you've got like a live marketplace. So what we need to do first is change the algorithm from Script. We're going to change it to Dagger Hashimoto. You'll see there's a table of orders. So if we just focus on the left hand side, so it's the European server. Choose whichever is appropriate for you. So obviously if you're in America, on that kind of side of the world, then use the USA servers. If you're European, then obviously use the European servers. So I'll just break down what each one of these columns means to you. So there's two different types of orders, standard and fixed. We're going to be taking a look at the standard order. So what you have here is this price. So this is kind of the main thing that you want to be focusing on. So what this price indicates is the total cost for a gigahash of mining performance for 24 hours. I'll say that again. So the price here is for 1 gigahash for 24 hours. So what you're going to be getting if you pay this price here, so 0.971 Bitcoin that is, you can basically get 1 gigahash for an entire day mining Ethereum. So that's how that pricing sort of system works. The other parts I'll come back on the actual order form itself. What I also want to share with you is how you can make returns or lose money on this, because I think that's important to share with you guys as well. So let's just say we had a gigahash. If I do so if I had a Ethereum miner, and let's just say it was mining at 1000 megahashes or 1 gigahash, how much would it actually make us in a day? So we can see here it would make us back 6.7 Ethereum, and it would be $73. That's how much we should make back. Of course, all this is estimates, so you have to kind of use your own judgment as well. But it would cost us 0.97. If we go to, so it's 725 is the current Bitcoin price. So if we take 725 times 0.0971, it means that we're buying this hashing power for $70.39. See how that works? Now you have to sort of bear in mind that with the actual mining profitability, it is based on estimations. So on this kind of basis, if we bought that 1 gigahash of mining performance, we run it for the whole day. If we got the earnings that we're expecting here and the profit payout, then we should make $3 on that sort of basis. Obviously, it's any sort of criticism, anyone will notice that there's also 29 cents on there, so it's not super accurate, but I just want to keep it simple to show you the actual the process and exactly how it works and how each thing connects to each other. So what I would say is that anyone who's sort of looking to get into this, and as I always do, you know, always go take baby steps with this kind of stuff. Just kind of come into it just little bit by little bit. Don't rush in and put, you know, all your money. Just do a little test and see how you go. So back on the actual order marketplace, I'll show you how to set up a new order. So like I say, we're going to be doing a standard order. And then it will take us to the actual order form. I'll open this order form in a new window because it's good to come back to this charting system. So I showed you at the top there. So this person here is like an auction. So the more money you're prepared to pay, the more miners are going to essentially mine for you. And it depends on other factors as well, such as the minimum speed that you require, and also the duration of the actual mining contract as well. But you can see here, if we go down, the person that is getting the lowest or the cheapest kind of hashing power is this person here. So they're buying at 0.911, and you can see the miners there. After that, it just completely drops off. So there's no other miners that are kind of getting in at those kind of prices. So this is going to be your lowest base price for your order, should you want to actually place an order. Moving over to the actual order form now, I'll just break it down for you bit by bit. Okay, so we've got this service location. So like I said before, if you're in a European country and you want to connect or put this European hashing power to your European pool, then go with that option. Obviously, you know, if you're in the United States, then you want to connect the American miners or the US miners to your American pool. So just choose the location that's appropriate for you, or not actually for you, but for your pool. Then we've got order type standard. We just want to leave that as it is. Then we've got here this price. So if you actually click on the information, it shows you this information, which I think is quite complicated to interpret. They've not done a very good job of explaining this. But like I say, that price is the amount that you're willing to pay for 1 gigahash for 1 day. Now what you can do is you can set that price for 1 gigahash for 1 day, but you can purchase, say, only 10% of it. So what you do is, you know, if you're just going to take out the whole day, you would have that same price. So it would be 0.911 would be the price in Bitcoin. But then what you can do is you can set a limit and say that I only want 10% of that. So then what you're actually going to be paying is 10% of that price, but you're only going to be getting 10% of the actual hashing hours. So instead of mining for the entire day, you're going to be mining for 2.4 hours. The price is the actual same, but your cost is reduced to 10% of that. So I'll go through it a little bit more sort of step by step, and hopefully it makes sense to you. I know it's quite a little bit complicated to understand, and it's also a little bit complicated to explain. So the price we had was the cheapest price, so we want to go in at just one more so we can kind of get in there. So I'm just going to copy and paste that. So we're going to go 0.0912 Bitcoins. So that is the price per gigahash per day. Then we've got, just make sure the algorithm is set to exactly which coin you want to mine, which is currently set correctly for us. Then we've got the pay. So this is how much you actually want to pay. The minimum is 0.1 Bitcoin, which is approximately just over $7. So this is what I was saying earlier. So although we've got the price set here, we can actually, if we decide, we can spend much less. So on this kind of basis, it's almost like a 10-to-1 ratio. So we should probably get about 3 hours mining time if we spend this amount. We've also got, you can limit the actual hashing speed. I've just left it at 0, basically to let it run at full speed. You might wish to change that according to your circumstances, but what I was going for is kind of more of a dramatic end result. So then you've got here, it says the actual approximate duration of the actual time. The actual mining duration is not super accurate. Also, let me change this as well. So if we change this to 1, it kind of will make more sense. So if we limit the hashing speed to 1 gigahash, so our maximum performance is going to be 1 gigahash, you can see now, so we've got the price of 0.0912. The actual price that we're going to be paying is 0.01 Bitcoin. We're going to limit the hashing speed to 1 gigahash, and that means that we're going to be running for 2.63 hours. So hopefully that makes sense. If you have any questions or comments, just put those in the comments box below, and I'll kind of go back and clarify it for you. So that's the actual pricing and the actual speed performance, and how that is done. The next part is the actual pool. So the cool thing about NiceHash is we can set up that hashing performance to mine on any pool that we want. So you can kind of integrate this hashing performance with your existing miners, or you can set up like a brand new sort of address, your pool details and all that sort of stuff. So exactly, if you had any experience with mining, exactly the same way you would set up like your batch or configuration file for your miner, what you're going to do is the same process, except you're going to be putting your pool details into these boxes. And then NiceHash is going to kind of effectively work as your miner, hashing directly to your pool, and then your pool will pay out whatever rewards are appropriate for that particular coin or algorithm that you're mining. So here we've got, just to sort of confirm something, NiceHash only works with Stratis pools, so don't use any other types of pools. If you go to the pool that you want to use, so I normally use like Ethermine.org or Supernova, most of those pools will have a getting started page, and that will just tell you exactly how to set up your miner, or in this case you can how to set up NiceHash. So you have your Stratis or your pool hostname, so it's just a URL. So here we've got eu1.ethermine.org, so it's the EU servers for ethermine.org. Then you've got your port. So the port is *4. Then you've got your worker details. So in this case, what I've got is the username. It'll be done differently for different pools. So with Supernova, what you have is a username, then a period or a full stop, and then your worker name. With ethermine.org, what you have is your Ethereum address. So this part here, this first part, is my Ethereum address. Then I have a full stop or a period, and then we have NH contract. So that is just a reference or a nickname, so I can easily identify this worker is actually working. Then we have the password. In most cases it's just X because it's only a mining password, it doesn't need to be very secure. And then from there, what you can also do is, just to make sure everything's kind of set up correctly, you have this pool verificator. So if you click on that, you need to enter a captcha. And what it will do is it will just check your details through and just make sure everything connects and everything works exactly how it should do. In this case, it's all gone through fine. So we can close that now. And that is it. We are ready to go. So there's some various information here. Just take a minute to read through there, make sure you comply with everything. And then what we need to do is click on create new order. And you can see here it says not enough funds. And that's because I don't have any funds in my account. That's why I said previous to this, if you want to set up orders, top up your account first before you get started. The minimum balance that you need to use is 0.01 Bitcoin, so 1/100th of a Bitcoin, and you can use that to get started. So that is it. I'm not actually going to set up this order in this video because I have to reset my account and go through that process. So I've done it a little bit backwards. I've kind of showed you the results that you could get and then exactly how to do it, but hopefully that's okay for you guys and you understand the actual process. So that's how to use purchase hashing power and send it to your own pool. So hopefully you found this video enjoyable to watch, you've learned something and found it useful. As always, any questions or comments, just pop those in the comments box below and I'll be sure to get back to you guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed watching. So that's it for this video. Thanks again for watching and I'll see you on the next one.